This is Kruger National Park in South Africa, home to some of the biggest, fastest and deadliest animals on the planet. CBBC have brought 4 British and 4 South African children to spend a month here training to be rookie game rangers.
Incredible.
Leading them on this amazing adventure will be their mentors, Trails Ranger Rudy.
It's taken me years to learn to be a ranger. They've only got 1 month to do it.
And Guide Frankie.
In the African bush, danger can be around any corner. So the safari aide needs to be alert and have to be ready at any time.
8 kids, 2 mentors and 1 massive challenge. To lead 2 celebrity guests on a safari experience of a lifetime. It's day 1 of Safari 8, and for our British rookie rangers, Ella, Kushal, Caroline and Thomas, the adventure starts with a 5,000-mile journey to South Africa.
You're a lucky lady travelling, are you?
And for 12-year-old Ella, there's no question which of the African animals she's an Ella fan of.
I'm looking forward to the most elephants. I just love elephants because like big chunky trunks.
So Ella's psyched about the wildlife, but 13-year-old Caroline's got concerns about the call of nature.
I've always been scared of aeroplane toilets because the first time I ever went on them, it kind of sucked me in, so I've never been on them since then.
Holding it in for a 12-hour flight could prove to be interesting. And down-to-earth toilets aren't the only thing Caroline's going to miss.
When I say goodbye to my mum, I'm probably end up going to cry because I promised myself I wouldn't and I said that I would, but it's kind of inevitable. I love you so much.
Go on then.
Boys Kushal and Thomas are trying to stay strong.
I don't think I'll cry. I'll try and hold it in. I'll be a man. But if they cry, then I'll just try and keep it in.
A month was a long time, but when you think of it, it's a trip of a lifetime. I think the other kids will be my new family for the rest of the month.
Be good. Loves you.
Enjoy yourself, right? Don't be cheeky.
So, with waves, smiles and tears, the 4 Brits head off to catch their plane. And waiting at Johannesburg Airport, ready to join them on the flight to Kruger Park, is the South African half of the Safari 8 team. Nomalingelo, Manya, Sofiso and Ashley.
Yours doesn't have a card in it.
It's going to be a first time on an airplane and I guess it's going to be fun.
I'm really excited to meet the guys from the UK, to meet new people from a different place and to know how they live. Just look at my sad face. Oh, it's just so sad.
But for 14-year-old Nomalingelo from Pietermaritzburg, making friends with the Brits should be no problem at all.
I'm a really outgoing person and I'm really interactive with other people. I speak Zulu as a home language at home. I speak English here at school most of the time. During Afrikaans lessons, we speak Afrikaans with one another.
She's the kind of person who can enjoy to be with anybody.
In fact, Nomalingelo takes talking to another level.
I do debating at school and I play the first speaker. Debating is all about interacting with the person and arguing at the same time in a respectful manner.
Nomalingelo also loves playing hockey and the marimba.
Marimba is the African xylophone. I didn't know much about it when I started playing it, but I enjoy playing marimba a lot, a lot.
At home, Nomalingelo is just as outgoing as she is at school.
Sometimes we run around the house and play balls. She's a lot of fun and when you're with her, you enjoy it.
We'll miss her, but we're happy for her.
But how does Nomalingelo feel about the challenge that lies ahead?
I expect Safari 8 to be really exciting. I expect it to be an adventure experience that you know that's unforgettable.
And their unforgettable experience is starting right now because it's time to say goodbye to their family and say hello to their brand new teammates.
I can't wait to meet the kids from the UK. It's going to be really exciting. I just can't wait.
The 4 Brits have been in the air for over half a day, but they've finally landed. And after that long flight, it's the moment all 8 have been waiting for.
I love South African accent, so I'm going to enjoy listening to them speak.
Can you pronounce it?
So the Safari 8 have finally come together as a team. And although none of them have a clue what challenges lie ahead, for the next 4 weeks of their ranger training, they'll be getting to know everything about each other.
I'm looking forward to enjoying with other kids and having a really, really nice time and seeing nature taking its course in the Kruger National Park.
We're all going to get along and everything's just going to be great and we'll have like the best time ever together.
1, 2, 3, Safari!
Coming up, over the next 4 weeks, the Safari 8 will be tracking rhinos, examining buffaloes and studying lions. Today, they'll meet the mentors who'll be guiding them through the whole of their ranger journey.
A lot of hard work lying ahead of us, not a lot of sleep, but we will get there at the end.
We can do anything.
Our rookie rangers have a one-on-one to remember.
It was my first time I touched an elephant. It was amazing.
And the team get their first glimpse of a completely wild animal. The Safari 8 are completing the final leg of their travels to Kruger National Park, where they'll be living and learning for the next 4 weeks. The park is home to some of the cutest, ugliest, cheekiest, freakiest and sleepiest living creatures on the planet. And both the land and the animals are cared for by a team of game rangers. 2 of these animal experts have agreed to teach the Safari 8 for the next month. They are Rudy and Frankie, and they're waiting for our rookie rangers at an elephant sanctuary to give them their first ever ranger briefing.
I'm so excited.
Good morning, kids.
Morning.
Welcome to the Lowveld. I'm Rudy. I'm a ranger in Kruger National Park.
And I'm Frankie, and the 2 of us will be your mentors.
We as rangers in the Kruger National Park look after the welfare of the animals. That means managing the habitat and protecting them from outside dangers.
What we're going to do this next month, kids, is we're going to teach you as much as you need to know about the bush, tracking animals, viewing animals. One thing that you just have to remember is this is a wild environment. There's no tame animals around, so safety always first.
It's going to be really early mornings, really hard work. Are you all up for it?
Yeah.
And our 8 rookie rangers better mean it, because Rudy and Frankie won't be going easy on them. Our mentors live and work in Kruger Park, and their job is one of the most challenging, dangerous and worthwhile on the planet.
I wanted to be a guide my whole life, and I mean I've got the biggest and best office in the world.
With 10 ranger years under his belt, Rudy is one of Kruger's most experienced trails rangers. As well as leading walking safaris to track the Big 5 on foot,
Still fresh.
he also looks after the animals' health and well-being. And Rudy's seen it all, from rhinos with attitudes to cranky crocodiles, and he's even been attacked by a lion. So he's got high expectations for the Safari 8.
It's taken me years to learn to be a ranger. They've only got 1 month to do it in. I really expect nothing less than 100% from these rookie rangers.
Frankie is an expert safari guide who tracks the Big 5 every day. For the past 5 years, he's worked in Kruger at a private lodge. And if anyone knows how to deliver the perfect safari experience, it's him.
Leading a safari is not just about the animals, it's also about looking after your guests and catering for their every need.
And he knows the challenge ahead for the Safari 8.
In the African bush, danger can be around any corner. So the Safari 8 needs to be alert and have to be ready at any time.
But with just 1 month to teach the Safari 8 all the skills they need to become rookie rangers, have they bitten off more than they can chew?
For us, it's also going to be really hard work, getting them into shape, getting their confidence up.
It's a lot of hard work lying ahead of us, not a lot of sleep, but we will get there at the end.
We can do anything.
With the introductions over, the mentors reveal the massive task that lies ahead for the Safari 8.
The reason why we're going through all of this is to prepare you guys for your final challenge. In your final challenge, you will be leading a safari for guests, tracking the Big 5.
That's so good. Yes.
I'm so excited to be able to know how to track animals. It's like, whoa.
We're a team and we go, and if anyone forgets, we can just remind each other along the way.
What our rookie rangers don't know is that the guests they'll be guiding are celebrities. And they'll have to compete with their teammates to get the best jobs on the 2-day challenge.
When you say tracking the animals, do you mean like smelling their poo and stuff?
We're gonna teach you to do that, yes. Right, Thomas.
What are the big 5?
The big 5 is rhino, elephant, leopard, lion and buffalo.
I'm feeling quite nervous about tracking the big 5 on the last day, and I think we will need to put a lot of work and effort into it if we can make it happen.
Thomas is right to be nervous. The big 5 are some of the most dangerous animals on the planet and the ones that everyone comes on safari to see. Our team will be getting a hands-on experience with these wild creatures.
Have you had any dangerous experiences before?
Yes, I've been attacked by a lion before.
I just really want to know about what happened with Rudy and the lion. I want to find out what happened. Let's make a story out of it, Rudy and the lion.
To make it as a game ranger, a love of wildlife is essential. So it's high time our rookie rangers got their first face-to-face experience with a safari animal. And tame African elephants, Casper and Kitso, are the perfect way to ease them in gently.
It's quite a privilege to see animals this close. Do you guys know why these elephants are here?
Could they have been like orphaned or something, like their mothers died or something?
Yes.
Kushal is spot on. Both Kitso and Casper were taken in by the elephant sanctuary as young calves to be cared for after they lost their parents.
They come here to be rehabilitated and then we reintroduce them back into the wild.
What we do from time to time is we bring new rangers down here so that they can actually come and see and experience what you guys are experiencing now. See what an elephant looks like up close and personal.
Our first impression of the elephants was like, wow, it was really cool just to see them so nearby. And then when he said we got to touch them, it was like, wow.
14-year-old Ashley is impressed. But for 12-year-old elephant-mad Ella from London, getting a chance to come nose to trunk with the elephants is a lifelong dream come true.
Touching an elephant was quite emotional because I've never done it before and I've always wanted to do it. It was quite overwhelming, really. Probably it was one of my favourite days. It's been the best day of my life so far.
And judging by Ella's bedroom, that's not hard to believe.
This is my room. As you can see, Ella's room. I've got a lot of elephants in here because they're my favourite animal. But as a baby and a little mum, they're just such magnificent creatures. I just love elephants for their uniqueness to all the other animals. I just would love to see and meet an animal just as big and magnificent as that. You can definitely see the resemblance of a tiger in her.
Ella doesn't just love elephants, she loves all animals, from her pet cat Rosie to the bugs at the bottom of her garden.
Sometimes we go into the garden with a video camera and Ella takes the lead. She's passionate about being a narrator.
My main ambition in life is to probably be like a David Attenborough. Let's start over here. And this is like a really, really cool spot for animals. Thank you very much for coming and watching The Madness Maximus. See you next time.
So the wildlife is the biggest plus of going on safari. But there's one luxury Ella's definitely going to miss.
I don't think Ella could live without her phone.
Whenever you call her home phone, she's always talking on her mobile at the same time.
I do talk to my friends a lot on the phone, and I probably run the phone up by £100 a month. It's not my phone. I'll reject that.
But in spite of missing her mobile, Ella can't wait to start her ranger training in South Africa.
I'd love to be a park ranger because of the things that you do. You get to be around animals 24/7 and looking forward to everything about it.
Well, Ella's ranger training has officially started. Every task the team are given over the next month will help them achieve their ultimate goal of becoming fully fledged rookie game rangers. And the first lesson for the new recruits to learn is that staying calm around wild animals is vital. Because even though Kitso and Casper have been handled from a young age, any sudden movements could frighten them.
It was scary because, normally on TV when you see an elephant, you never think about how big or huge it is. And then when I got near it, I was like, oh my gosh, if only my mom could see me now.
It was my first time I touched an elephant. It was amazing.
It's quite bumpy and it's got a lot of wrinkles, but it was absolutely amazing.
Elephants are like really different. You expect them to be all soft and everything, but they're really hard. Their feet are really hard.
Ooh. Well, I actually heard them kind of talk. It's kind of like a purr, if you know what I mean, but by a really big noise. It's really weird.
Now you've seen your first elephants up close and personal. It's now time for us to take you into the Kruger Park, where the real hard work and the real training starts.
You can follow us, guys.
Bye, Casper.
Bye, Casper.
Coming up, the team settle into their rocking new ranger pad.
Oh, cool! Your scenery is your TV. It's like live HD television.
There's an uninvited visitor in camp.
The boys screamed at a higher pitch than the girls.
And mentor Rudy spills the beans about his big cat encounter.
If she had any power left in her jaws, I would have been dead.
It's finally time for the Safari 8 to enter Kruger National Park, where they'll be learning to be game rangers for the next month. At 20,000 square kilometres, the park is as big as Wales. In fact, it would take you 120 hours of solid walking to cross from the north to the south of the park.
So hot.
At this time of year, the maximum average temperature in Kruger is hot, over 30 degrees hot. But the heat doesn't bother the 175,000 animals that live here, including over 12,000 elephants, 17,000 zebra and 27,000 buffalo.
Being out here is like this whole new experience because you can see all these different things that you can't actually see at home.
But it's important to remember that this isn't a zoo. These animals are wild and dangerous, so Rudy and Frankie lay down some serious safari rules. Number 1, don't shout.
When we're in the vehicle, I need you guys to be as quiet as possible, all right? Especially when we're on a sighting. The animals do get close from time to time. Don't try and call them closer.
Number 2, don't point.
Don't start pointing at animals. They can see the silhouette breaking, and that's when they either start moving away or get aggressive.
And number 3, sit down.
Stay seated at all times. That's one of the most important things that you have to remember at all times.
Although the park is home to thousands of animals, its sheer size means that sometimes they're amazingly hard to spot. But our intrepid team of rookie rangers have their eyes peeled in the hope that they'll be the first to see a wild animal and follow the ranger rules they've just learned.
A giraffe! Where? Oh my God, a giraffe! Where?
That's some serious rule breaking.
What did we say, guys?
Oh, wow. So nice. I knew we'd see one first.
Keep on walking.
Look at the animal.
Look at that one, you know? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow. They're amazing.
Wow.
I'm really excited because this is what we really most come for. And it's just seeing all the animals.
They're rhinos. They're really hard to find.
It's just going to be so overwhelming. It's going to be so fun.
They may have their first wild animal sighting in the bag, but the Safari 8 are still a long way from completing their final challenge, taking guests on a 2-day safari experience to track the Big 5. But if they're going to learn to be rangers, they're going to need to live like them too. Just check out this fierce treehouse. With a funky front yard or lapa, 8 beds and 2 bathrooms, this is one serious safari crib. And let's not forget the piece de résistance, the view.
Right, guys, are you ready to check out your new home?
Yeah.
Off you go.
Oh, cool! This is so cool.
Wow. Oh my God, this is so cool. I've never seen anything in my life like the tree house. It's just amazing. Oh, look! Oh.
The view from the treehouse is incredible, absolutely amazing.
Oh, they got monkey in there and everything. It's nice. So cool. Oh my days, the treehouse is so cool. It's like you don't need a TV in there. Like your scenery is your TV. It's like live HD television. We see like everything.
I can't wait to see like a lion making its roaring noise. Can't wait.
Impala. Look, guys, Impala.
So everyone seems to be blown away by the treehouse, and no one more so than 12-year-old Thomas from Swansea.
This is absolutely nothing like Wales. In Wales you got sheep, but here you got hippopotamuses, giraffes, elephants.
It's not just sheep in Wales, Thomas. You seem to be forgetting the pigeons.
My grandpa likes to raise pigeons and he thinks of it as a bit of a sport, and he's won a couple of trophies.
Well, on the weekend when he does come up here, that I take him into the shed and he does give me a hand to clean out and whatever.
But Thomas doesn't just love pigeons, he loves all animals, including his furry, faithful pet.
My dog's name is Molly. I feed her in the mornings and I take her for lots of walks. Because I'm an only child, I think Molly is like a sister, so she's quite fun.
Luckily, Thomas has some non-canine relatives too.
He's got 4 cousins, 4 boy cousins, which he's really close to. Thomas makes friends really easily. He's very outgoing, very sociable.
And being an only child does have its pros and cons.
The advantages are you get more for Christmas, and the disadvantages are that you get quite bored in the house, like you've got no one to play on the games console with.
And boy does Thomas love playing with his gadgets.
The thing I'll miss most about home is probably got to be my computer, my mobile phone, my friends, my family and my dog.
In that order, Thomas?
No, I'd probably put it family, friends, my dog Molly, my laptop and then my mobile phone.
That's better. But all that aside, Thomas couldn't be more excited about his South African adventure.
I think it's going to be a chance of a lifetime, and I'm very lucky to get through.
As the Safari 8 settle into their swanky new bush pad, they're suddenly confronted with their first big test towards completing their final Ranger challenge, animal handling.
I don't like spiders.
It's a daddy long legs, man.
Oh, it's got long legs, doesn't it?
It's a bit worrying. The boys screamed at a higher pitch than the girls.
Well, is it poisonous?
Mm-mm.
What is it?
It's a daddy long legs.
Kashal was like screaming out like a girl coming out of the room. I was just like, what are you doing?
Manya is a brave little boy. I take my hat off to him. He immediately took the spider onto his hand. No problems.
Has it lost a leg? I've always loved the bush. It's really cool to be around the animals and be really part of nature.
I'm not touching that, sorry.
Oh no.
Come on.
Nothing, man.
Don't let him near my
And
bed.
you want to be rookie rangers?
If I don't like it, I'm chucking it.
No, but don't chuck it. It's not going to do anything.
Can I have a glove?
Just let it walk onto you.
I can't believe they're so scared about the spider, especially the English kids. They're so scared of spiders.
I'm also not scared.
I see that. Sorry, Safisa.
Yeah, I think you've got to put it
We need to
outside.
work on Kushal. Hey.
Yeah, I think he's a little bit scared.
Safiso really isn't impressed with the Brits, although it doesn't take long before Thomas steps up to the plate.
Wait, come and put your hand here. Put your hand here.
With a helping hand from Rudy.
There we go. There we go.
But Kushal is still cowering in the corner.
He's part of the team.
If Thomas can do it, you can do it.
Thomas did it.
Wait, can I only have it just for a bit, yeah?
Yeah, I'll take it off you. Kushal actually touched the spider after a while. There we go.
Oh!
No, wait. What?
Can you take it, please?
Why?
That's enough now. I'll hold it. Finished.
There
Game
we go.
over.
Well done.
Thank you.
First step
Yeah.
to becoming a ranger.
Sorry, I have a phobia of spiders.
Yeah, sure.
What?
In spite of some of the team members' hesitation to handle the long-legged intruder, mentor Rudy can see ranger potential in the group.
Yeah, it's a good thing that they actually reacted to the spider before picking it up. It's always a good thing not to pick up things in the bush, and they did well.
All right, kids, as rangers or guides, after a hard day in the bush, we always sit around a fire and just have a chat to each other. I'm putting the question out to you guys now.
Rudy, could you carry on your story about the lion and how it attacked you?
Yeah, I've been working as a trails ranger in the Kruger Park, taking guests out. Normally with lions, as soon as they see people on foot, they run away. At one stage we did see lions. We actually just saw the female. So she was a bit aggressive, growling at us. She didn't want to run away. So I thought it was quite unusual. And we started walking away, and as we walked away, she charged towards us. As she came around the bush, I shot a warning shot into the ground in front of her. It didn't faze her at all. She just kept on coming. She was about 3 meters away from me, and then she jumped. And as she came past me, I turned and I shot her. I shot her through the jaw. She dropped for a split second and she was up again. She put her claw out and she grabbed me on my side here. We started spinning together. I lost my rifle at that stage and she was right on top of me. She started mauling me. She started ripping my arms. I put my arms over my head. Suddenly, I don't know why, the weight was just lifted and I looked out and I saw her running off. If she had any power left in her jaws, I would have been dead. I couldn't see out of my right eye. She scratched me inside my eye. You can actually come and have a look at the scars around my arms here, on the side, there at the back as well.
The scars up his arm are really deep and they, just couldn't imagine. I was just sitting there like stiffened up. It was horrible.
I was so like, whoa, how he actually went on him and started scratching him and stuff. I would think I would wet my pants. Even if I saw that on telly or something, I was quite shocked by that.
Why did none of the people shoot the lion?
When she was busy mauling me, apparently my assistant, he shot either side of the lion quite a few times to get her to leave me alone. I didn't hear it because adrenaline just takes over. I didn't hear any shots. Why I'm telling you this is because you really need to be serious about this. It's not a zoo out there, okay? So you really need to get an early night so you can start the training and keep you as safe as possible.
So with Rudy's lion story still ringing in their ears, the Safari 8 can't wait to report on their first day as rookie game rangers.
The first day has been so challenging, so nice, and it has been an amazing experience.
I'm missing my cat and I'm missing my phone, so much my phone. I'm getting on with all the girls so far, but probably especially Ella, because it's nice that we also have something to relate to.
There's quite a few differences between the South African and the English kids.
Sometimes I really don't understand what Thomas says, you know, because I'll be like, Thomas, can you repeat that again?
Our vocabulary, yeah, that's very different, because they'll say things like budge up and I'll be like, what are you saying? And because we say move over, you know.
I'm getting along with Safiso really good, but if he snores, he's out of here. Today, the person I probably got the best on with was probably Kushel, and then, yeah, probably Kushel.
We share interests like with football and cricket and stuff. He's really good at cricket, so we talk about that a lot, and like games and music, we have the same taste.
I'm sure after the whole safari experience, Kushel and I will stay friends, yeah.
Day one has been absolutely bizarre, Max. It's been fantastic, and I just cannot wait for what's in store for me tomorrow.
Next time on Safari 8, the team gets suited and booted.
I want all your shoes polished every single day. That includes mine as well.
What? A safari walk leads to a shocking discovery.
I'm not good with like dead things.
And a ranger initiation gives the team their first real taste of the bush.
When I had to actually pick it up and put it in my mouth, it was like,
Hey!